Hello, welcome to Heathrow Terminal 2. On today's trip we're going to be taking Brussels Airlines. It's only going to be a short flight, 45 minutes or so, but it's the first of 3 legs we're going to be doing today. The reason we're going to Brussels is to get on the Iberia A340-600, which is operating some short routes this month. Flying from there we'll be going to Madrid, and once we've got to Madrid we'll be picking up with the British Airways 777-300. So 2 wide bodies on some short haul European routes today, kicking off with the Brussels Airlines A319, or maybe it's going to be an A320.
First things first, let's head to the check-in machine. These things are great when they work. Simply scan your passport and pops out your boarding pass. Check-in opens 24 hours before, so I checked in the previous morning online. I haven't paid for a seat reservation on this flight, and I was assigned a middle seat towards the back of the plane. Thankfully, Brussels Airlines lets you choose a seat for free at check-in, so I moved to 18F, a little further forward and most definitely with a view out of the window. Once checked in, you can either receive your boarding pass via email or text. I chose text, but it's still nice to get a paper boarding pass at the airport. Pass in hand, I headed through a very speedy security check and took a look at the flight status. Passed into the departure lounge around 5:40 AM, so no gate information just yet. Terminal 2 is like a slimmed down version of Terminal 5. You head through security and then descend onto the main lounge. There's plenty of shops, cafes and seating down here. Most of the shops were open, but a few of the cafes were yet to do so, something which you should bear in mind if you do have an early flight like me today. A20 is our gate today, so let's head there now. Towards A20 you've got some of the premium stores, along with perhaps the best WH Smith at Heathrow Airport.
Gate A20. It is 2 minutes past 6, so instead of boarding at 6, we're not doing too bad for that. Let's see what time we get on.
As it turns out, the queue to board was huge. I'm in no rush to get on board today, so I found another seat and watched this Aer Lingus A320 load up for its next flight. Boarding was called at 10 past 6, with groups 1 and 2 boarding first at about 6:20. I passed through the gate at around 20 to 7 and headed on down to find the aircraft. Something I haven't seen before, every cabin bag was weighed at the gate and is found to be over 12 kilograms, tagged and placed into the hold. Here she is today, Oscar Oscar Sierra November Echo, delivered to Brussels Airlines in 2016, having been delivered new to Air Arabia in 2010. Here's 18F, a standard economy seat which sadly doesn't feature an adjustable headrest. The first thing I always do is check out the safety card. No matter how often you fly, it's always worth having a read over, just in case the worst does happen. Bang on 7 o'clock, we push back, taking all 172 passengers around the airport to line up on runway 27 right at around 10 past 7. We climbed out before banking left and setting a direct course for Brussels. Within the seat you'll find various literature at the top along with a full tray table. There's a pocket in front of your legs which is fine to pop a few things in that you'll need on this short 45-minute flight. A nice touch to the seat is this coat hook which you'll find in the top right. I really do wish that more airlines had these. The legroom was fine with a seat pitch of 30 inches and a seat width of 17.5 inches. Overhead you'll find the standard A320 light and personal air vent, and there's a drop-down TV which is situated just above the seat. These only appeared once we'd landed and were all active during the flight. Now, with 2 weeks to go before the flight took place, Brussels Airlines emailed me, giving me the chance to upgrade to business class. They allow you to bid a minimum of £45 on this route, all the way up to £180. The more you bid, the better the chance you have of an upgrade. Given I only paid £35 for this 45-minute flight, I did decline their offer. Your in-flight magazine is called Inspired and features the usual travel tips and luxury adventures. It's also the place to go for the route map, which is pretty comprehensive, covering destinations across Europe, Africa and North America, with the help of the Star Alliance. My favourite page tells you all about the fleet. Brussels Airlines operate an all Airbus fleet of A319s, 320s and for the longer routes, variants of the A330. This page also tells you all about the special liveries that Brussels Airlines have. And here's Bruegel, the actual aircraft that we're flying on today. Next in the magazine was a surprising photo of my girlfriend. I'm not quite sure how she got in here. On European routes you'll find a fairly small buy on board menu. However, on flights of less than 2.5 hours, Brussels Airlines don't actually serve hot food, something which did take me a little bit by surprise. The prices are about average and nothing too out of the ordinary. We raced over the English Channel, and over 20 minutes into the flight we started our descent from our cruising altitude of 23,000 feet. Now here's something I didn't know. A sick bag isn't always a sick bag. It can also be used as a bin, a doodle pad, or even wrapping paper. I'm not sure a Valentine's present would go too well wrapped in this. I did do a quick check for Wi-Fi on this flight, but there was nothing to be found. It transpires Brussels Airlines don't even offer Wi-Fi on their long-haul flights, which is something that's increasingly outdated. I have to compliment the crew on this flight. I've never seen someone so enthusiastic or energetic at 7 in the morning. They were flawless throughout and smiled continually throughout the flight. As we passed into the cloud layer, there was a little light turbulence as the crew read out the gate details for connecting flights. Before long, we were lining up on runway 25 right and touched down at 8:55 local time.
Brussels. It's now 8:55 AM local time. Please do remain seated and keep your seatbelt fastened low and tight around your waist until we've reached our final park position. Fasten seatbelt sign is switched off. Make sure not to leave any personal belongings on board and be careful when opening the overhead lockers. Items may have shifted and could fall out.
Before disembarking, I should just mention the seats do recline a couple of inches, which could be useful for a longer flight. Within 10 minutes of touchdown I was off the plane and getting ready for the next street, a bus to the terminal. I bagged a front seat for the drive across the tarmac. We're on a bus as this aircraft parked at a Schengen gate, and as we're coming from outside the Schengen zone we need to go through immigration, which is in the main terminal at the other part of the airport.
So that was London Heathrow to Brussels. Let me know what you thought in the comment section below. If you really liked the video, give it a like. If not, give it a dislike. And I would really appreciate if you really wanted to subscribe to my channel, because there's a lot more videos like this coming up soon. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.